tried anything from Authentic Gourmet in the past. We would love to have your calls in the testimonial line, 1-800-395-1601. Go for the set of 24 or get 2 sets for a total of 48. Just because we're doubling your amount of croissants doesn't mean we're doubling your price. You're saving $29 by doing that set of 48, and it's customer top rated with over 1,000, I think it is actually exactly 1,011 5-star reviews. Grab those easy pays, because that is precious when you're on auto delivery, to make sure you can keep that locked in. We've got Richard Linton, one of our gourmet foodies, who is currently going to the oven to bring out a fresh batch for us. Bonjour!
Bonjour!
How are you? Good to see you.
It really looks like your hair. I didn't
Doesn't
know
it? I know, I got so many compliments. Everyone said, your hair looks so good today. And I was
my
like,
goodness.
yeah, it's a wig. So
smell
next
that.
hour.
Oh, does that smell good?
You know what? The aroma from these, probably within the first few minutes of putting them in the oven, it just blooms throughout the entire house. And I think that is a testament to the fact that these are crafted in France.
Absolutely.
With French ingredients, where the butter is not the same as the butter from America. Everything is truly authentic.
Look at this. Excuse me if I start squealing, because these are very, very hot. They're hot out the oven.
Sharon, oh, I thought you were going to squeal from delight, not from pain. So yes, okay, we will forgive you.
Sharon, 24 or 48 croissants. This is a tale of two cities, I like to say, Paris and Westchester. We went to Paris and we said, what if we, oh my goodness, look at that bounce. What if we could bring the real French croissant, the real French authentic patisserie to you folks out there at QVC? And that is what we did. 3 years later, 1,000 5-star, Sharon, that's unbelievable.
That's right.
24 or 48.
Not to mention Customer Choice Award winner. And throughout the 4 years now or 3?
Yep, 3 years.
3 years that you've been on QVC. These croissants have won multiple awards for the same recipe in different categories. But I want you to know that you can either get your first delivery immediately, or you could do this maybe with the bill to ship to option, or if you're saving room in your freezer because you already have some, you could do this the week of the 23rd of March on time for Easter and lock your 3 easy payments into auto delivery, because 3 easy pays we rarely get to see on these croissants. So the love story began about 3 years ago.
Absolutely.
Getting these, because I think part of the problem was not only do we not have the French ingredients here, but anyone that wanted to try to make croissants in their own home had to do this thawing and this proofing, and there were so many places where you could make a mistake. And even if you didn't make a mistake, the end result is still not as divine as this.
And that's true, Sharon. I mean, I literally went to Paris to make croissant just to see what it was like. Anyone who's ever made croissant knows that it takes a couple of days, really. I mean, they had them prepped in our bakery, in our kitchen. So it still took 6 hours to make a single croissant.
It's funny, you know, if you say to yourself in the morning, hey, I think I'd like to make croissants. Yeah, you're not going to be eating them for 2 days, essentially. So here in the morning, you could get up and say, I think I'd like a croissant today. You could have one in the morning, have one for lunch as a sandwich, because these make a beautiful sandwich size. So we cooked them from frozen, correct? We saw them coming out of the freezer.
So the thing that's quite extraordinary, I mean, it really, really is, we've been on QVC for 3 years now, so you sort of forget how magical this actually is, but in just 25 to 30 minutes, you're going to make your own croissant. You put it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and in just 25 to 30 minutes, your house is filled with this incredible aroma, all French ingredients, 25% creamy French butter in every single croissant, and it goes from this here. This is how they arrive
we'll show
in your house, the frozen version, and you can see the little sort of the little gloss of butter right there.
You can see that the yellow side, that's a little bit of butter. That's the side that goes up.
So that's how they come. They pop them in your freezer. They even fit in your freezer door. They're so small, and literally just look, in 25 to 30 minutes from this to this. Now, that's all very well, but what is so special about this croissant? Well, let me tell you. It has, first of all, a croissant must have the golden brown crust. You can see it right here. And as you bite into that, you'll feel a little bit of a crackle.
A little flakiness.
Absolutely. And then the experience changes. It sort of transforms, because then you go inside and you get to these layers of butter, layers of pastry.
There's the bounce you want.
There's that bounce. Now, let me tell you something. I didn't know until I went to our bakery in Paris. So this is actually 63 layers of butter and pastry.
Unreal.
So that is sheer craftsmanship. That is sheer, you know, our French pastry chefs have been making these for years. Obviously, the actual croissant itself goes back centuries. But let me tell you something. If you've ever been to Paris, if you'd like to go to Paris, this is a way of reliving that experience, because anyone who goes to Paris, first thing they do is go to a little cafe, sits down, cappuccino, espresso, and a croissant.
And you know, the lobster tails earlier in the show were an experience. This is an experience. So much so that we have a lot of the reviews, because this is customer top rated, at the bottom of your screen that you can read if you would like. Here's just one of them. It says, these are the best croissants I have ever had. Since I have never been to France, I can only imagine these taste exactly as those served in the finest eateries.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what is so special about this, that you can get this crafted for you in France, shipped directly to your door, bring it out whenever you feel like it, and within a half an hour of preheating your oven, you are enjoying a beautiful delicacy. And when I say delicacy, it is flaky on the outside, but yet somehow those flakes sort of melt because of how much butter is in the recipe when they get into your mouth.
Absolutely.
And then it's got that tenderness on the inside, and it's also lightly sweet. And that was the thing that took me aback the first time I had them. Is I thought,
absolutely.
I don't even want to put anything else on here. However, if you want to do a stunning dessert, my favorite is to do the chicken salad sandwiches with the grapes or the celery inside one of these, and that is a perfect Easter brunch.
Isn't that incredible?
Kind of idea. That's incredible.
Because you get the sweetness of the croissant, and then you put the savory in. That's a magical combination right there. And again, magical because all throughout the day, this is what I love about these croissants. I mean, I really am in love with them, as you can tell. But you can use them breakfast, brunch, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner time. Don't break bread, break croissant. They're right there in the freezer, and you can just use them in so many different ways.
By the way, what's your wife going to say? You just said that you were in love with croissants live on the air. What's she going to say? Is she okay
said
with
my
that?
little buttery croissant. That's what she says.
I love it. So it's in 41133, and I'll remind you very quickly before we say hello to Donna that your choice is with 24 or 48. So while you might say to yourself, wow, that sounds like a lot, the fact that they stay good in your freezer for such a long time, and they're very compact because they're flat, they can take up relatively little space, but on a moment's notice, someone's coming over for coffee, you can bake this up in a half an hour. Some people are dropping over unexpectedly for dinner. This could share the plate instead of the tired dinner roll. You will be so happy that you have these, and you can do them on those 3 easy payments of either $16 a month or $22.33 a month. And if you do the buy more, save more, we're not doubling your price. It's so much more affordable. It's $29 less, actually, to do it. You've already spent $48 on the first set. So it's $19 more after that, and you get twice as much food. So Donna from South Carolina is with us. Donna, this is Richard, and my name is Sharon.
Hi,
how
Donna.
are you?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. I'm glad that I saw this when I turned QVC on just a couple minutes ago.
And why are you so glad that you saw this?
Because up until about a month ago, I lived in New Jersey. And I've had these croissants many times, given them as gifts and stuff. And when the first time I saw them, I said, oh, darn, I can't order them because I can't take them with me.
Ah.
Right.
Now that I saw them, of course, I got the 48, you know. So,
Wonderful.
And my brother lives right next door to me, so if anybody's listening from New Jersey, they know who I am.
Right.
And he likes the croissants too, so.
That's wonderful. And so what makes these so different for you? Why do you like Authentic Gourmet's croissants specifically so much?
Well, to tell you the truth, I never had a croissant until I bought these.
Really? So you didn't even have anything to compare this to? You just know you love these?
No, I just liked them. I have them for breakfast most of the time.
Okay.
And like I said, I gave them to my brother, and he just asked me the other day, have they been on recently? And I said, well, no, not really. Well, I don't know because my TV just got hooked up, so.
Oh, okay.
But they're on, and I said I better get them now because if I wait until later, I know they don't ship in the summer, so, you know.
Well, you know what? With these can, there's no chocolate or anything involved. These are shipped frozen, so we can. Yeah, throughout the year.
Oh, okay.
So once you finish them, you can grab some more. And by the way, that's a really good point, actually, Donna. We don't always have them, and that is an important point to make. They do come from France. It is. I mean, we make them and we freeze them in France, and then they come on the ship. So when they're here, it's a good idea to jump on board and grab them.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Donna, thank you so much for calling us today, and I'm glad that you saw these on so you can get your next batch ready to go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Donna.
So.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks.
Thanks, Donna.
Bye-bye. So, customer top rated, 3 easy payments, customer choice award winner. Lock those 3 easy pays into auto delivery so that if you don't see them for a while, you know they're still getting ready to be shipped to you because we have to fulfill the auto delivery first. My